Life Audio.
Welcome to But Jesus Drank Wine
and other stories that kept us stuck. I'm Mead.
and I'm Christy.
In this podcast, we'll explore the stories that kept us, stuck, wanting to drink and not wanting to drink, all at the same time.
Join us as we show you that freedom from alcohol does not have to mean a life sentence of misery and missing out.
But actually means living an authentic life full of peace, joy, and purpose. We're here. We are here. Where are we?
Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to
Where are we?
I just realized I'm going to have to pass the mic back and forth, and this is going to be fun. We are live. Well, we're not live. Because we're recording this on August 17th, but we're together in person, not on a Zoom screen.
For the first time ever. I mean, with a microphone. We've gotten together in person before, but with a microphone recording, gosh, it's so much more fun.
I know. I get to look into your eyes, not on a screen.
It's so lovely.
So this is the first time that we get to be, this is the first, we're just about to say in bed together.
No, but
We are.
factually.
By the way, my favorite
This
thing
is
that
real.
you've coined a lot this weekend, let's be honest, is cookie pants. I'm taking that home and I'm using it forever.
You may have it.
Can you explain to the listener what the cookie pant is?
The cookie pant, the comfy pants that you put on like when you have been out and you have to have on like real clothes for the day and you come home and you just want to put on the stretchies, the ones that you can eat all the cookies in and just feel good. Yeah.
And you can't wear a bra with them.
Well, yeah, technically, yeah. Technically speaking, it has nothing to do with cookie pants, but yes, the combination is
Yeah.
the money.
How often would you say that we record in cookie pants when we're at home?
99 point. It's been so fun. Well, should we tell them where we are?
Yeah, sure.
Should we tell them we are here? Where are we? So we're here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and we'll get to like some of the good stuff, the part 2 of why we're here. But the first part of why we're here is because our girl Christy,
Oh, yeah. Forgot about
this all came together when Christy was invited to be on Focus on the Family, y'all. This is so amazing, so exciting. She's going to share Love Life Sober with Jim Daly and John. I don't know John's last name. It slipped my mind, but she's going to do this interview in their studio tomorrow. So we're here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'm going as her hype girl. I cannot wait. And as a part of that, we were like, hey, leadership team from But Jesus Drink Wine community, please come and join us out here and let's make a leadership team retreat out of this fabulous weekend. We're here.
So we ended up getting 10 of our 12 gals to come out. We got a beautiful Airbnb. Oh my gosh, you guys, this Airbnb. And also it's owned by a Christian family. So there's been just like little things that have popped up every day. Did you see that there's a little Jesus in the kitchen?
Yes, a little mini Jesus.
There's a mini Jesus and there's just the beautiful Bible verses. And every single time we're sitting down to either pray or have a session or record, I feel like I see something new. And I'm like, it's just the Spirit has been here this weekend. And so what we wanted to do today, is kind of queue up the next 2 episodes because we have the opportunity to record with the team 2 amazing episodes. We talked about how our life has changed since alcohol, what we would be completely shocked by if we could see ourselves kind of in the future as a non-drinker.
Yeah.
That was such a great question. And we just, the women shared so many beautiful things. I think about Jill, who I want to call her our resident mom, but that she's not old enough to be our mom.
I told her last night, I said, you're the perfect mix of youth and wisdom. Like,
Yeah.
she's still so youthful.
Yeah.
She's one of us, and yet she has the wisdom
Yes.
that we don't have, which I love so much.
Yeah. I just think about her shares and
She's the tightest woman.
I love that.
So you were thinking about Jill, who is
Yeah, just like shared so much beautiful wisdom on that episode. And then Amber, who just joined our team just a few weeks ago. So you get to hear from her for the first time. You get to hear from Tracy for the very first time. Their alcohol-free stories will be coming on the podcast, Lord willing, very soon. Hint, hint, girls, if you're listening. sign up now to record. We love you. Okay. And then yesterday we did such a powerful episode on one of our most frequently asked questions, which is all about the friendship shuffle, the fear of losing friends. What does that look like in real life? And the beautiful thing about these episodes, it's not just us.
It's not just us. You get to hear other voices. Hallelujah, huzzah. And what I love about being able to sit in the room like we did with each other is, I mean, everybody brings something unique to everyone. We say this all the time, like all of our stories are so different in detail, but there is a similar thread to them all. There's
Yeah.
some relatable piece to all of it. But someone's gonna maybe relate to me, who's not gonna relate to you, who's not gonna relate to
Totally.
somebody else. And the single most hindering thing when you're stuck in the drinking cycle is feeling like you're alone
Yeah.
in it. And so the importance of really how this whole thing started, right? Was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we've you and I met, and we've got to like include other people in this because
Yeah.
otherwise you really feel like you're alone.
Yeah.
That's how I felt in, 2019 when I was like, surely I'm the only one
Yeah.
that is stuck like this, where my drinking doesn't qualify me for rehab. My drinking doesn't look different from everybody else's.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do about it. So, yeah, it's just so fun to be in a space where we can have these conversations that we love having. And I love my favorite thing is recording with you
Yeah.
and then being able to do it in person, which
Yeah.
we've never done. This is the first
Yeah.
time for the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah. Christopher Osborne, if you're listening, I told you we would do it. He has made fun of us because this is our third time being together in the flesh. And the past 2 times we said we were going to record and we were at like, we just didn't. So we did it. We did it, babe.
But now, Christopher Osborne, you'll be happy to know we've got three.
Yes. Yes.
Recorded because, and this is like kind of where I think it comes full circle for me, kind of the vision, the dream that I believe the Lord placed on us and gave us almost 3 years ago. We
Mhm.
have our 3-year anniversary.
Yeah. Oh my God.
3 years
Oh my gosh. It's
of
September. Yeah.
3 years of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
3 years together. What started out was just like, hey, yeah, like you tell that story better of like how we
yeah. I was stalking you on me. We got our first certification at the same place, and I was looking for community and connection,
yeah.
and I couldn't find anybody else that was a Christian that I felt like was my age and stage that
Mhm.
I could relate to. And so I literally found your picture and I cold emailed you like a stalker.
So,
And I was like, "Hi, can we be friends?"
and I was like, let me look up your picture first. I don't know, but hold on. Let me now stalk you and figure out. And yes, we can. Shall we meet and talk instead of just, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just had a flashback of the other day of our sweet Amber. It was like, who joined our team and was like, her sister was like, "Are you sure this is safe? You're going to meet a bunch of women randomly in the mountains."
We were walking the other day, a few of us, and someone asked the question like, well, what did your family think when you said you were coming out here to do this? And they said, her husband and sister said, like, are you sure this isn't a cult? And I was like, listen, you tell me, what do you think? You've been here for a few days. What can you say?
Yeah.
Most assuredly, it's not a cult, but the fear for Amber was real.
But so I stalked you, we met, and
So you invited me to a Zoom call.
I invited you to a Zoom call and we
Like, let's
just
have a
went,
Zoom date. And I
yeah,
almost canceled on you.
you almost canceled on me.
Not because I didn't want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was just a day where so many things were blowing up. And I was just like, I don't have the mental capacity for this today.
Do you think you have the mental capacity for me now, 3 years on?
100%.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Well, you know how it is. Like, you're going to meet somebody. It's like a date.
Yeah, totally.
And it was like going to be like 2:00 in the, I don't know. It's going to be late, which is weird because that was,
Oh, really? I don't even remember
Uh-huh.
the time.
it was September 2nd, 2022. It was a beautiful fall day. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really remember what the weather was, but
Every time she says a date, I'm like, somebody journals. You're you so remember the date.
dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Dead giveaway. Combined with the like photographic memory. Yeah. So we jumped on that Zoom and we just wanted to hang out more and we wanted to
Yeah.
talk more about the things that we love, which because we'd been through this radical transformation ourselves of like being so stuck with alcohol, thinking we
Yeah.
were the only ones in the world who fell into this gray area drinking category
Yeah.
where we weren't rock bottom drinkers, and we even drank a lot less maybe than some of our friend groups and things. And so it was so nice to meet somebody that was a mom, had young kids, like about the same age, and we were like, "Wait, you're not the only one.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm not the only one."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then you said, "Have you ever thought about like doing a podcast?" And I'm like, "No."
No.
Well,
No.
that's not true. There was a minute right out of coaches training where we were thinking about a couple of us were thinking about doing one, but it wasn't something that like I really wanted to do.
Yeah. You guys, we love you so much. This is so much work, and we do it because we love Jesus and you so much. But it's a lot of work. So I get the hesitation. Yeah.
Well, and it's also like I can't. This is the real reason. Okay,
Okay. Tell us. Tell me.
breaking news. This is the real reason I was like, yeah, no thanks. I can't stand the sound of my voice.
Is that why you never listened to our episodes back?
100%. I cannot stand the sound of my own voice. And so, oh, if I can't stand it, nobody can stand it. So a podcast would not be the thing. But also, yeah, it was
But
the
you're
fear of
so
vulnerability.
good at
I
this.
mean, right? Like that's the other part of it. No, I don't. No, I don't want to put myself out there where anybody in the world could hear
Yeah.
or anybody in my family could hear me talking about
Yeah.
the things that we talk about here. We get pretty
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
And
We've also come up with a ton of topics this weekend being together that we want to go even deeper and more vulnerable and like really just get totally naked with you all about things, metaphorically, obviously. And so yeah, it's about to get even more real.
yeah, we definitely have only scratched the surface, and yet I think that's how these things go, right?
Yeah.
I had to wrap my head around the idea first, and you were like, "Well, I think we should do it," and you're like, "But let's just like pray about it." I'm like, "Okay, I will pray about it," and like the answer is going to be no
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
Saturday morning, September 3rd, 2022.
Somebody journals.
I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And that was not unusual at that time because I would wake up different than when I was stuck with the drinking cycle where you're waking up like literally wanting to jump off a cliff because you're so miserable.
Yeah.
I woke up in excitement a lot of those mornings and those early days where I was just writing and writing and writing. And so, but it hadn't happened for a while. Anyway, I wake up like 4 o'clock in the morning and I was like, but Jesus drank wine.
Yeah.
That was one of the stories that kept me stuck. And I would say, especially at the end, when I was justifying my wine breath hangover self at church
Yeah.
from staying up too late the night before with friends, it was something that I used
Mhm.
over and over again. And I was like, podcast. Like that wasn't something I came up with. That was something that I believe that the Lord just kind of threw out there. And that's the moment I got excited
Yeah.
because I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
Talk about all
Yeah.
the stories
Yeah.
that keep us stuck because it wasn't just the stories about alcohol that were keeping me stuck. Once the freedom from alcohol came, it was like, wait a minute, I have stories about
Everything.
everything, myself, others, God. And
Yeah.
as long as these stories are there,
Yeah.
we stay
Stuck.
stuck and we stay not living as God created us to live. And so
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
that was the genesis. And you're like, "Oh my gosh, I love that name." And you told it to a friend and
Yeah.
spit out her
Well, I
tea
think
at
also
you.
yeah, no, totally, and I had heard that
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
many times
It was a common
from women, and every single time that we say the name of this, whether and it's funny, right? Because whether you're a drinker or not, if you're a Christian woman, like, we get a reaction,
yeah.
right? And so, yeah, it all started 3 years ago, and I can't believe that we're here. I can't believe that we've had this weekend that we have had because it has been a reminder to me. I said the first day or the second day, I can't remember. I got really emotional and really teary because I was like, if we can keep doing what we're doing and show women how important community is and give them this experience of not feeling alone
Mhm.
and show them that this is actually not about alcohol, but it's about getting closer to Jesus. What did you write down that we said we
Oh,
love so much?
so we gather and we grow because we're building community around Jesus instead of wine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But who knew that that's what we
Yeah.
were
We
starting
didn't know.
3 years
We
ago?
didn't know.
We were just like, "Oh, I had been working in a
Yeah.
I'd been coaching in a totally sobriety, secular space, thousands and thousands of people an hour
Yeah.
long coaching. I had a private
Yeah.
business. You had your private coaching practice starting. We were just like doing this because we're like, oh, this would be fun to record these conversations and maybe somebody else
Yeah.
will relate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we were like baby faithers in
Yeah.
a sense. Like our relationship with Jesus was changing and growing too. So
And I think probably if you've been with us since the beginning, like you can probably tell that because we were like dancing around it so much in the beginning. And now we're like,
yeah.
literally, this is not about us. This is not about sobriety. This is literally
Mhm.
just about Jesus. And it's not even just alcohol that can keep you slightly distanced or mega distanced from him. It can be anything. It can be anything. And how do we chase after and get so, so close to him and crowd out, as you always say that, and I love that so much, crowd out anything else that
Mhm.
is even taking just a tiny iota of space that if the Holy Spirit was there, what would that look like for you? And we have just been able to see that this weekend as we've been planning for you guys, for the ladies listening. We have so much in store for you. We are just like we have been praying over you. We are going to go after church today and sit down and pray for every single community member by name today. And I'm so excited about that because when we see those names of the gals in our community, like we really truly do see your faces
Yeah.
and we know your stories and we're praying about for you all the time, but just so that you know, community members, like that is happening today, like where your team is going to pray for you by name. We love you so much. Anyways, tangent.
Yeah. I love when you tangent. 'Cause I can't be the only tangenter. Okay. So thank you. Thank you. No,
Just
absolutely
sister.
not.
Okay, cool.
But it
Good.
is now.
Good.
Um,
Great.
but that's, you know, like coming into this weekend and being this is what we hope. Just like the podcast started as like, hey, we like to have these conversations together. Maybe they can help other people,
Yeah.
which I think is so funny because I thought we were showing up to help other people, and yet it has also how many
Yeah.
guests have we had that we're like, "Oh, this isn't for our listeners. This guest was here to record with us, to
Yeah.
minister to us
Us. Yeah.
live, like, in
Yes.
real time
Yeah.
because we needed it."
Yeah.
And that's the really cool part is
Yeah.
that, like, the growth that happens in community
Yeah.
just from showing up and
Being
talking about
together.
the things. Yeah.
Together.
And being united and centered around Jesus as
Yeah.
our missing piece of the puzzle for so long. When I was stuck in the drinking cycle, it was like, I've just got to find there's a missing piece to this puzzle. Like
Yeah.
everything else in my life looks like, but there's something that's missing and I can't find that missing piece. And I've
Yeah.
said it a million times, but that like piece
Yeah.
actually wasn't a PIECE, like the missing piece of my puzzle. It was peace, PEACE,
Yeah.
the person that is Jesus. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like all of this, like, where are we? What are we doing? How did we get here?
I think
It
we both have
just,
said that 9,000 times these last 4 days.
the Lord just keeps
Yeah.
kind of saying, go here, do this.
Yeah.
And we try really hard to be obedient and responding to him. And
Yeah.
sometimes, no, for real. Like, God, I don't really think you want us to open a community. Like, I get what you're saying, but like the amount of work that it is to put an online community together and host all these things and all the moving parts and have it as this nonprofit ministry. I'm like, God, I don't really think that's what you mean.
Right.
Right? You couldn't
Right.
really want us to do that. But then it's like, yes.
A lot of work, Jesus. Are you sure? Hello?
I don't know. I don't think that was your voice. I think that was just maybe like the tacos I had for lunch, like unsaid. Like, I don't think that was really you,
Yeah.
but no, in all seriousness, like,
Yeah.
can you believe that this is where he's led us?
Yeah.
And
I can't. I can't. I'm gonna have like an emotional hangover from this for a very long time, I think. Because I every single time we sit down at a table or we sit around a campfire, I'm just like, I look at every single woman around the table, the way that God has uniquely placed that woman in
Mhm.
in our life to help us and support us. And this goes for the community members too. Like when I think about them, the way that they've uniquely
Yeah.
found us and been vulnerable with us and shared with us, it's just it 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 I was saying this the other the other day. It's like part of me is just like I feel the pressure of just wanting to show these women how much Jesus loves them. But the other side of that, and huzzah, hallelujah, it's not up to me because I could have never orchestrated this
Correct.
with my own effort. I could have never ever imagined that like
Uh-huh.
my discovery call with Sam in 2021 would lead to her being our director of operations,
Uh-huh.
running around this
Our
cabin
lifeline we cannot
with
live without.
a metaphorical headset telling us where to go, what to do, where to sit, what to eat, all the things, handing me coffee.
The eagle has landed. Code name.
Bride walking, bride walking. She wants a headset, so Sam, it might be
Merry
coming.
Christmas. But in like being this is like being in the same room with the women, and this is what I'll never understand, how the Lord makes the time that we have online through the Zoom screen
Yeah.
so powerful.
Yes.
I can't
That's
like
such a
that
great.
will never make sense to me. It blows
Yeah.
my mind every single
Yeah.
time. And also, there's nothing like being in the same
Yeah.
room with each other. And
Yeah.
this is like a few of us met in
Yeah.
person, obviously you and I had and a few others, but largely we were all showing up
Yeah.
blind, like
Yeah.
a blind date, but
Yeah.
also
Which is why
not
family members were checking in.
it's like family members
Being
are like,
kidnapped.
proof of life pictures, please. Let me just make sure. But being in the room with our leadership team, these women who just are so grateful for their transformation, their freedom from alcohol, and wanting it, desiring it for others as well, and then
Yeah.
wanting to give back in that way,
Yeah.
they each of their faces to me, like sitting around, we've sat on this like back deck
Yeah.
overlooking these beautiful mountains. I've caught 2 sunrises since I've been here. We've had multiple sunsets, but like sitting on that back deck and looking out, and then us all sitting around that table, each face of the leadership team represents
Mm-hmm.
the women in our community. And so like
Mhm.
I look at their faces and I think of
Yeah, and the age and stage too. Like we have
yeah,
women in their 30s, we have women in their 40s, obviously us, and women in their 50s. And like that is so, so cool because if you, as you said earlier, if you for some reason can't relate to us, you can relate to some of these women that you're going to hear in the next 2 episodes.
yeah.
Imagine stepping into a vibrant, welcoming community where faith, friendship, and freedom from alcohol come together. That's exactly what you'll find inside the But Jesus Drank Wine community.
Each week, our members gather for connection calls, a time to share honestly, grow spiritually, and support one another in a warm, grace-filled space.
And for women who are already free from alcohol, we offer a monthly connection call just for you. A space to stay grounded in your faith, share your victories, and continue growing in freedom.
With a loving leadership team, a dedicated prayer request board, and connection opportunities across every time zone, you never have to walk this journey alone.
We also offer masterclasses with expert guests, optional book and Bible studies, and so much more to help you grow in your faith and strengthen your sobriety.
For those ready to go even deeper, our small group coaching space, The Missing Piece, offers weekly recorded coaching calls and personalized support for women committed to breaking free from alcohol.
Whether you're sober curious or years alcohol free, if you love Jesus or want to fall in love with him again, you'll feel seen, supported, and strengthened here.
Ready to join the sisterhood? Head over to butjesusdrankwine.com/community or click the link in the show notes to learn more. We can't wait to meet you. Yeah, who just like us, whose lives have been transformed from freedom from alcohol because of what Jesus has put in the place of alcohol. And that's the motivator here.
Yeah.
And then us getting together this weekend, like, oh, like we're just gonna like show up and hang out and do whatever. And then thinking of like really intentionally thinking about like what the Lord wants this time for us to be, and for him giving us the opportunities to reflect and remember what he's done, how he's been faithful, because it is amazing. And I love this so much. I can't believe that this is what I get to do. I can't believe this is what he called us to do, and that I also can't believe we're still doing it because it's not been easy.
No.
Like how many roadblocks have we hit? How many hurdles? How many moments have we had like where we're like, Yeah.
Okay,
We
maybe
are
I
we
should
really
throw the towel. Yeah,
are we really supposed to be still doing this?
yeah,
This feels really, really hard. And should
yeah,
it feel this hard if we're supposed to be doing this? And then every single time,
yeah,
the answer right after that is so clear that, like, yeah, this is. And then we remember. I mean, I think I just keep going back to too, like how over 240 times in the Bible, God tells us to remember as
yeah,
if he knew we were going to forget things.
yeah, yeah,
And it's easy to forget how he's been so faithful and what
yeah,
he has built, what he is building.
yeah,
And it's so important for whatever journey we're taking, like whether it's us like trying to build whatever he's asking us to build in community, or you starting your freedom from alcohol journey, we have to remember how
yeah,
God is showing up, how
yeah,
and where we have to look for him in
yeah.
places, and call those out and talk about them. Because by the way, as we were doing our Jesus Dianu, as inspired by The Chosen season 5, episode 4 last night, sitting around the campfire and then taking communion together. Like, it's no coincidence that this loud, crazy music started blasting. We're in the
Oh my
middle of
gosh, I'm
nowhere.
so glad that you're telling that story. Yeah,
We're in the middle of nowhere.
yeah,
I wasn't
up on a
settled.
mountain.
I wasn't. Oh, by the way, the first night we got here, we had a black bear.
We named him BJ. You guys.
A black bear. We're gonna have to like put the video in the community and share it with people.
Yeah,
But
I'm totally gonna do that.
we are here in like the mountains, I
Yeah,
guess. This is the mountain. That's the mountain. And there was a black bear. And so then we're sitting around this. He was right outside our front door trying to drag the trash can
he
off.
hopped on top of the trash can. He tried to
He was
open it.
huge.
He was humongous, you guys. And then we thought he was gonna hop on the rental cars, and then he just decided that he couldn't get the trash can open, so he dragged the trash can down the mountain.
And poor Lauren was on her way in from the most horrendous
Oh
flight.
my god.
And I'm screaming, somebody get in touch with Lauren. Don't let her get out of the car. The bear's going to get her. But anyway, we're sitting around this campfire. We've just had a real encounter with a bear. Okay. So
So we did see one.
my fear is
Oh,
not
There were
irrational.
there were also coyotes, otherwise known as coyotes, howling.
Where? Oh, I didn't hear the coyotes.
The coyotes?
Coyotes.
Coyotes? That's what
Coyote.
my brother used to call them. Yeah, that was happening too.
Tomato. I know. And so we're sitting around that campfire and I was just unsettled.
Yeah.
And so, but as soon as we started talking about and reflecting on how even if Jesus had, even if he had freed us from alcohol and he had not given us this, he
Yeah.
had not called us to do this,
Mhm.
it would have been enough.
It would have been
Because
enough. Yeah.
Jesus is enough. And as we were going through this little exercise last night, and I mean, prayer, it's not an exercise, it was prayer. The music from a house like down the way cranked up. It's like
Mhm.
10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And it was like wild and crazy, threatening music.
Mhm.
I mean, it was just like, of
Yeah.
course, there are going to be these things. It's just,
Yeah, it's a small example of like the little things that have happened,
yes.
especially over the last 6 months, I think, of just like the enemy trying to get in there, distract us, make us second guess everything. And every single time that we pray about it, and like you talk about giving the ministry as a Isaac, like really truly giving this to God and saying, what do you want? Do you want us to keep going? And every single time that we've both heard yes and we've kept going, he has, I'm gonna cry. He has blessed
Mhm.
us. And that is what this weekend has been, is and it's so the same as your exodus from alcohol.
Mhm.
Every single time you say yes, he shows up even bigger and better than you could have ever imagined. I tried to quote that verse yesterday and I forget it again. I should probably memorize it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about like when God calls us out of something, he never calls us out of something
Yeah.
without something better
Yeah.
on the other
And
side.
that is so true for alcohol, babe.
Mhm.
It is so true for alcohol. And I know it's so hard if you're listening to that to not believe it if you're really early into this, but trust us. Just trust us. It is so, so true. And it keeps getting better and it keeps getting better. And that was one of the conversations we had on one of these upcoming episodes. How has it just continued to get better for us? Right. And it's not because of, again, of
It's
our
not
own
because
efforting. It's because of God.
it's not because of our own effort, and it's not
Yeah.
because it's easy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes. Yeah.
because life or circumstances are easy.
Yeah.
All of our circumstances are it's just different versions of hard
Yeah.
because life is
Hard.
hard.
Yeah.
We're gonna Jesus told us as much. We're gonna have
Yeah.
trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
But what gets us through it is Jesus, the missing piece, his peace.
Yeah.
And he has been so faithful to
Yeah.
us and to this ministry. This is a ministry that we had no idea we were starting 3 years ago.
Yes.
And
It's wild.
it's wild. It's wild. And I what keeps me going is how badly I want this for other women to experience.
Me too.
I never could have imagined that this would be my life right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're sitting around in fellowship, just we're praying, we're talking about how much we love Jesus, we're laughing and being silly, and they're like
And doing a lot of planning for you, listener. And one of the other things that we have that spent so much time on is dreaming up, getting all the ideas, not just our ideas, hallelujah, huzzah, of when we can organize some to do this with you, our dear listener, like to do this with you, to give you the opportunity to feel like you can. I mean, in-person hugs just are the best thing ever. And they, as much as we adore being on Zoom with you all the time, we want to hug you in person. And so we have been talking about how we make a way for that. If you feel called to pray for me and I and our team this week, and as you're listening to this, will you just pray that God makes a way for that? Because we are planning and we are financially siphoning and we are doing everything we possibly can, but we would love you to pray for us. Because as we just told you, like Satan will come for that. Oh, he will.
Oh,
It's gonna be really hard.
because yeah, because
It's gonna be so
where
hard.
does he want us? He wants us alone and isolated and
Yeah.
not connected to other people. And we're not meant to do
100%.
this alone. And I'll
Yeah.
tell you, I'll tell you, okay?
She's wagging
I'm
her
wagging
finger.
my finger.
We're not doing YouTube today, you guys, because I don't have a bra on.
You haven't had a bra on all weekend, Christy. Why is that different than
Cookie pants and braless. That's why this has been such a retreat. We've been working the whole time, but we've been able to be braless and cookie pants and having these beautiful meals prepared for us by our team. Like, who are we? What is happening? What is happening?
Yeah, it's probably we wear the cookie pants when we record on Zoom, but the bras are kind of necessary. The fact that the common denominator in all of this is that we were all once stuck with alcohol. That is not that's not the negative common denominator. It's really the asset because we were all once stuck with
Yeah.
freedom with alcohol. We've broken down this the
Yeah.
vulnerability and the
Yeah.
trust
Yes. So good.
is so you cannot have true meaningful connection with somebody if you don't trust them and if you're not vulnerable with
Yeah.
them, appropriately vulnerable with somebody. And the accelerated connection that comes when you lead appropriately with vulnerability
Mhm.
is it just blows my mind.
Yeah.
And that is what I think, as powerful as it is, and again, I will never understand how God does that, allows it to be so powerful over the Zoom screen. As powerful as that is, because that's what's so wild. We're like showing up in person and seeing each other in person for the first time, some of us, and it's like, but I already know you.
Yeah.
I'm seeing you for the first time, but I already know you. It's
Yeah.
the most mind-blowing thing.
Yeah.
But for the motivation kind of for doing this in-person gathering for everybody, anybody who wants to come, is because there's the immediate connection that is felt
Yeah.
being in a room full of women who get it. We just we go there.
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
just go there. And Todd, after the first day, I talked to Todd the next morning and he's like, okay, how many times have y'all cried? I was like, how many times? No, it's just like,
It's always there.
it's always there. It literally swings from like laughter to crying and back and forth, not in an unstable way.
We promise we're not. We promise we're fine. Everything's fine.
Not in an unstable way, but in a free to be ourselves,
Yeah.
free to feel what we feel, not afraid to share. It's vulnerable to cry in front of people.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's what I think, that's how the Lord has blessed us with gifting us the women.
Yeah.
Started as 2 here, and now we are 12, and so on and so on from there within our community and beyond. And I just cannot wait to continue these opportunities for us to be IRL with each other. And that's what I want to invite anyone who's listening, who's just like, I really am still alone in this.
Yeah.
Maybe you've been reluctant to jump in the online community with us. Totally get it. A lot of people are, I don't know what this is, and I don't want to be online and whatever. Fine, totally fine. Come join us in person. Like, come join, be in the room with us. Even, I don't know. We just want to put our arms around you, and we want to be in community with you, because it has transformed our lives and made our lives so meaningful. And
Yeah.
we're so blessed.
We're so, so blessed. So more on all of that soon. And make sure you tune in to the next 2 episodes, as you can hear from these beautiful, beautiful women that have been here with us this weekend. We got to land the plane because we got to go to church. And we love you. And as we said, we're praying for you. If you have any questions, you always can just reach out to us. We are happy to help you get exactly where you need to be. And just really quickly, it just came to me because I think we've had a few emails like this, is if you are older and you're feeling like weird about like the tech, like we can literally get on a Zoom screen with you and walk you through how it works. If there's anything like that, and also if there's a finance thing, you guys, we don't want anything to be a barrier.
Yes.
We don't want anything. And we are so dead serious about that. If there is something that you're like, I kind of want to do that, but $27 a month is a lot. Or I kind of want to do that, but I have no idea how a circle platform works. Or I don't like social media, or because we're not on social media, but sometimes it feels like it's similar. Just let us know, because we will hook you up with one of these incredible women, and we will walk you through it, and we will make sure that you get to be with us.
Don't let that be the enemy's way of keeping you further alone in what you're doing.
Yeah. 100%.
Amazing.
All right, my friends, we will see you next Monday. We love you so much.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Before we go, if you're craving real connection and want to talk more about what we've shared today, come join us in the BJDW community. It's where these conversations continue, and we'd love to welcome you in.
You can find all of our podcast episodes at butjesusdrankwine.com. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at butjesusdrankwine.
Take a screenshot of this episode and share it with a friend or two.
Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you love what we're doing, we'd be so grateful if you left a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
Your reviews help more women who feel stuck and alone in the overdrinking cycle find the hope and encouragement they've been praying for.
Finally, we'd love to shout out the incredible team at Life Audio for their partnership with us at the But Jesus Drank Wine podcast. We invite you, dear listener, to visit lifeaudio.com, where you will find dozens of other faith-centered podcasts in the Life Audio network. Shows about prayer, Bible study, Christian parenting, and more.
Thanks, friend. We appreciate you so much, and we'll see you next week.